They are at the start of their journey, they think outside the box, and they often come up with bright ideas. Their projects are innovative, they are a new generation of business people, and their distinguishing features are creativity and enthusiasm. This is the World of Startups, the program about IT developers and the industry of startups. Hello and welcome to the World of Startups. I'm Serik Akishev. If you don't know where the home of the internet is and why Bill Gates makes funny videos about himself and you're curious about this, this is the very TV show you need to watch. In our show, you will find out the answers to these questions and many others in the digital world. But on this edition, you'll find out about the following. Investments in the creative class. Business incubator Most has launched a program for creative startups. The rules, aims and projects of the new crowdfunding space ASAR. A massive laundry for dirty data, or how the Bismo service analyzes huge amounts of information on the purchase market. At the Most incubator, they now have a new direction for business development, the creative one. From now on, not only IT businesses can participate in the program, it is also open for designers of furniture, clothes and for artists. From the first batch of participants, the jury has selected 12 teams out of 17. Let's find out what projects they are from the news. In search of promising projects, the organizers of competition Startup Weekend have visited all the regions of Kazakhstan. As a result, 25 teams were selected. This time, the applicants' ideas have very little to do with information technologies. When projects from creative industries and industrial designers get together with IT specialists, then, as a result, they may come up with unique, innovative projects.
Уникальные инновационные продукты.
The works by Galim Karalapov can be called innovations in design. Having majored in mathematics at university, the young man has had some experience working as a programmer and an investment analyst. But as a result, he ended up choosing a dusty workshop to commit himself to his passion. Galim came to the Startup Weekend to get more knowledge to effectively run his business.
У меня нету навыков.
I don't have any skills to run my business, and I don't have an entrepreneur's thinking either. For the past 3 years, I have developed as a designer, as a crafts designer to be more exact.
Штучный производитель, так скажем.
The main aim the young businessman pursues after he completes the acceleration program is making decorative lamps at a mass scale. To achieve this, Galim needs to transform his workshop to a real factory. Geese and swans, sister has taken her brother away. While the young designer is still dreaming of running successful business, this family has set up their own school of arts. But to develop it as a business and realize all of their ideas, they need investments and effective management strategies. That is why the Khablov's family have come to the Startup Weekend. I don't see many children running, jumping or walking in our playgrounds. They are mostly glued to their gadgets at home, playing with their game consoles. So we've come up with an idea of detracting and channeling children's energy in the right way, from their computer addiction to the real life. In Art Center, Castles in the Air, children have an opportunity to engage themselves in art and indoor games. They can also learn how to make soft toys and perform in the Shadow Theater. The short-term goal for the Khablovs is to get to the top 15 successful projects that may attract investments. This will allow them to enter the market with their own project. From this fall on, in Kazakhstan we have a new crowdfunding platform called ASAR. This is not something unprecedented for our country, but this new platform has its own peculiarities. One of them, for example, is that if the founders of the platform get interested in your startup, they may themselves invest in the project. Their preferences are charity, social and socio-commercial projects. Find out which projects are worth financing from our correspondents in the funding feature. These young scientists are interested in studying the laws of robotics, not only in computer games, and no wonder they have profound knowledge in building droids that not every adult scientist knows. If you first install a large cogwheel and then a small one, this will make the engine slower but more powerful, and if you do it the other way around, it will get faster.
если поставить наоборот маленькую, а потом большую, то он будет очень быстрый.
Apart from learning the essentials of mechanics and physics, the participants of the club Robotech exercise in constructing engines. As time went by, this scientific circle for children became so popular that its founder, David Kiknadze, is thinking of opening another one in the same city in Astana. I need to find sponsors to raise the necessary amount of money. I need 2,600,000 tenge. This will include expenditures on advertising, the teacher's salary, purchasing of constructing engines and buying the franchise. To find the investors to realize his idea, David published a concept of the club of robotics on the new crowdfunding platform ASAR. The advantage of this platform is in that socially oriented projects are in priority here.
Исследуя рынок, да, мы поняли, что
Having done research on the market, we realized that there is a necessity to apply a practice of crowdfunding in Kazakhstan, considering the fact that the internet is getting increasingly popular. Now every second citizen is an internet user here. So we decided to create and develop this portal.
то есть, разработать этот портал.
The rules for publications on the ASAR platform consist of 3 main points. The first says that the project should have a concrete, well-thought aim. The second point is that a startup should have a prototype. And the third rule is meeting requirements of one of the categories specified by investors such as design, fashion, films, dance, technology and others.
Рынок закупок и тендеров в Казахстане.
The market of purchases and tenders in Kazakhstan is so huge that a business person has to spend more time monitoring the market than when preparing the documentation for a competition. To help solve the problem by analyzing the huge amount of data in the market is a mobile application from a startup from Aktau. This team is sure that one has to dig deep in the vast amount of information to find the tenders worth their attention. In the upcoming report, in the trends, find out about the Bizmo mobile app.
Тренды.
Entrepreneur Alexander Dubovitsky has significant experience in printing art. His printing house has been a leader in making billboards, street signs and light boxes in Kazakhstan. But like any other kind of business, his trade has its own pitfalls.
Очень важно иметь адекватную оперативную.
It is very important to have sufficient and timely information about suppliers, rivals on Kazakhstan's market. Now on the market we have void where there is no transparency and consistency in choosing the product supplier.
Продукции или услуг.
In the recent past, Alexander had a large team for monitoring the market of suppliers in his staff. But this year he decided to optimize his business and stake it on information technologies. To be more exact, on a platform of smart analytics in supplies developed by startups from Aktau. Here we have an open window with the amount of information available in the demo version. The number of goods, the number of tenders, new goods that have recently appeared. We also see various average data.
Различные средние показатели.
The advantage of Kazakhstani platform over its rivals from Russia and Europe is in unique technology. It analyzes large amounts of unstructured, chaotic information that are usually called dirty data. The technology scans and processes almost any kinds of data online, which makes it versatile. We are not limiting ourselves to the aggregation of the data from tender platforms and online shops. We also scan what people do on social networking sites and on news sources as well. We structure this data and then give a clear summary for purchasers to make the right decision when they buy provision. Alexander Dubovitsky, businessman from Almaty, is anticipating the benefits from using the full version of the product. I'm planning to cut my expenses by 10% to 25 or 27% on the main purchases. In their turn, futurologists predict that by 2020 there will be applications for mobile in many spheres, including smart purchases, that will be as popular and common as the internet websites. Their number will reach 10 million, but only 10% of them will be profitable. We wish we could tell you more, but this episode has come to its end. If you've missed something on this edition, if you've missed something on this issue of the program, you can always find all the editions on our pages on the social networking sites. Join our groups. I'm Serik Akishev and you've been watching The World of Startups. Goodbye.